I'm here. I'm here. Hey everybody, it's Live with Lindsey. I'm sorry. I was pontificating over on Instagram because I just was because that's what I do. Okay? Oh my gosh. Did I ever mention how much I love Go Live with Lindsey? It is so much fun connecting with you guys, talking to you guys, just chit-chatting about whatever. Emily, let me know if you don't hear me on my good mic. I'm sorry I'm late. So unprofessional. Josh, what's up? You should hop on live and tell us how your life is going, man. Jamie, so nice to see you. Guys, Go Live with Lindsey. Here's the situation. Here's the situation with Go Live with Lindsey. This is an hour-long show. I get on. I talk about online coaching business and spirituality and what happens and like life, because life is more than business. It's a lot of other stuff. And I invite so many awesome people to come on and join me. Any of you can hop on and join me. We can talk about whatever. This is a great show for me. Like I love it for me. And that's one thing about content. You know what I mean? You got to do content that you like to do. Otherwise, you ain't going to do it. So I got a couple of people here in the green room. Hi, Mom. Say hi to Julie. Julie's here. Okay, that's my mom. Before I get started, though, and I had to go get some tea, I made a huge mistake, a huge scheduling mistake. As we're finishing this round, and anybody who is in the content that converts.me, Rose, how are you? For those, sorry, I'll try to stay on task. Stay on task, Lindsey. For those of you in the content that converts.me program, it's really awesome. It is, but we have Tech Thursdays like right before this. That's changing in January. I need your patience for one more week of this craziness of back-to-back scheduling. I also had a one-on-one call at 9, so I had a one-on-one coaching session, which, by the way, if you're looking to plan your 2022, you and I should hook up because you and I can make plans for your 2022. Emily, stick the link for a one-on-one session in here. If you're in CTC, please say how awesome you think it is. I mean, if you think it's awesome. I know I think it's awesome. So I had a one-on-one consult, then I had CTCME, and then I got my favorite show, Go Live with Lindsey. So, Jamie likes this format so much. She's going to make a Go Live with Jamie. Highly encourage it. So, speaking of highly encouraged, not really. That was not a really good segue at all, because that's not at all what I'm talking about. Mark your calendar. If you guys aren't part of the over 100 people who are signed up for my webinar next Tuesday, this is going to be, it's a passion project. I'll be honest with you. Go to alignandattract.live. Don't pay for a ticket. I got some free tickets to give out. If you're watching this, I would love to give you a free ticket. That align and convert.live website with the price on there, that's for the cold audience. You know, the ones who aren't as cool as you guys who join me for Live with Lindsey. Please try to make it live. Over the past 2 years since I turned 40, I think I'm coming up on, I'm 42 now. When I hit 40, I realized I was doing it all wrong. Okay. I believed that hustling was the only way to make my business happen. And certainly business was happening. I had a great lifestyle. I had employees. I was I was making it happen. But I realized when I turned 40 that I was like, Lindsey, you said when you got to this place in your life that you had a steady income, that you had built this business, that like all this stuff had happened, that you would actually be like maxing, relaxing, you'd be enjoying your life. You'd be doing the yoga you want to do, reading the books, doing the thing, and you're not. So why not? Because you're at that place, Lindsey. Wake up, Lindsey. Okay. I was out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. If you've never been to Oregon coast, you know what I'm saying. It's the most beautiful place in the whole wide world. I don't care where you're from. It is straight up. Okay. Feel free to argue with me. But I realized my life was passing me by. I was working for what? I could die tomorrow. I was already freaking 40 years old. So I pulled back and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I want to do in my business. I don't care if I've hired XYZ business coach and they're shoving some strategy that doesn't align with how I want to run my business down my throat. I'm going to listen to that business coach, but I'm going to take some inspiration from them. Like, I'm very big into coaches. I could not possibly be where I am without all of the coaches that I have hired. No way, no how. Okay. And when I pulled back and I was like, I'm only going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to try to not be like in my own head about being perfect and delivering what I need to deliver. I'm just going to be a little bit more chill. Okay. Not only did my business continue to grow, but I fell back. It's a love story. I fell madly in love with my business. This is what Beckett likes to do. You remember this, right? This is me and my business. Yeah, I just did it. Okay. You guys used to do that in grade school, right? Okay. So this webinar, while I may not be teaching amazing strategies and tactics for booming and building, creating cool content, or building your online business, or getting some more freaking sales into your coaching programs, I am teaching how to create a love story between you and your business. And it's a passion project, and it's something I want to share, and I'm not going to hold back. And you can be like, Lindsey, this is too ooey gooey, wooey, whatever other words rhyme with that. Feel free to come to the webinar and say such a thing, but I'll be pouring my heart out right there on alignandattract.live. If you want a free ticket, DM me. Okay. All right. That's right. Yeah, you guys are excited, and a lot of people are excited. So I appreciate you supporting me in my woo ways. Get it? I'm not terribly woo. I love a good woo person, though. I really do. Okay. So here we go. I got Seth, then Elizabeth, then Josh, then Dr. V. Let's bring him on. Here we go. Seth, get that lipstick on. Smile.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much. How you doing?
I think you guys can. It wouldn't
You're having a busy morning.
Lindsey had some tech problems, so this is just part of it, really. It's just part of it, really. Okay. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, that's much better.
Hey, are you wooey? Do you consider yourself wooey?
No, I'm not terribly wooey.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not anti-woo. I know a lot of wooey people, but I'm not terribly wooey myself.
But you do like, I mean, and I guess like meditation's like a little bit on the non-wooey side, but like you're really into that kind of stuff. Like, where are you like spirituality wise?
Well, I had an interesting upbringing with a lot of different kind of religious traditions in my childhood, and the one that resonated most with me was Buddhism, Zen Buddhism.
Wow.
And so I would, I do not belong to a proper sangha or, go to a temple and sit regularly. But that's probably what I align closest with. I mean, I'm spiritual, but not particularly religious.
You were lucky. Like, I don't know. I really resonate with that kind of belief system and lifestyle and stuff like that. So you were like, your parents were Zen Buddhism.
Yeah, my mom was for many years. My mom's a very spiritual, wooey person, and she has always been kind of a religious seeker. And, so she was raised Presbyterian, and then she became very, in her, my mom was a hippie when she was, lived on a commune and everything when she was young. Poor little rich girl that went off and then lived on a commune and followed some, Eastern yogis and stuff like that. And then got back into Christianity and became a very, I guess very is a word with a lot of breadth, but she became, a fairly devout Baptist, and then eventually moved back towards Eastern stuff and became a super devout Buddhist, and was the Roshi, which is the, that's the name for like a Zen priest, or that heads up a
Wow.
Zen center. She became the Roshi's personal assistant and was, had a robe and a shaved head and, all that for many years. Yeah.
Wow.
So I
So
got a
what's
lot
your
of everything. As
that's
a baby, my
amazing.
my father's side of the family is Catholic. I was baptized Catholic, and then the Presbyterian side wanted to make sure and then I was baptized Presbyterian. I was in the midst of a religious war in my childhood.
Where did you settle out then? Are you just like what's your general philosophy for like life and like why we're here? Do you mind sharing that? That's a pretty
Yeah,
deep
no, not
question.
at all. I mean, my general philosophy is where it's hard to say. I mean, I think I have a concept of um, humanity and life and the universe and stuff that probably a lot of religious peoples of any faith would say, well, that's God, the all encompassing, and we're all part of one thing, and be good to each other because we're all brothers and sisters, and we're
Nice.
all ultimately stardust or whatever. And I feel that very much. I feel very empathetic towards people, and I feel like I'm here to try to make the world a better place, try to make my life better, try to make your life better. But I don't look at it in some kind of, I'm here to lead a life that will then get me my reward in the next step on the journey. Like, I think that the reward is here. I'm trying to make this life the best life that I can, have. And then if there's another life after this, well, I'll work, you know what I mean? I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm worrying about the now and less about the later.
I'm with you, Seth. Wow. Okay. So we went real deep there. Obviously, you came on. What's going on? What do you want to talk about now that I've, dug into your brain and made you spill everything today, your guts today? Your guts are very
I don't
nice,
know.
by the way.
I never really have much of an agenda when I come on here. I'm kind of, riffing off whatever you have to talk about. But
dude, that is so cool about your mom. So that is really interesting about your mom, by the way. That is really interesting, by the way.
yeah, she's an interesting person, and I mean, I've had a very interesting life. A lot of adventures, a lot of strange things. I mean, everything from, I don't know.
What is a strange thing? Define strange thing.
Um, out of the ordinary things. I don't know. Like when I was probably not even in junior high, when I was a tween, maybe I was just 13 or something like that. I discovered a dead body on a beach. My good friend and I
What?
were on the beach early. It was probably like July 5th or something. I don't remember exactly when it was now, but there had been some big celebration the night before. So I'm going to assume that it was July 4th, and then we were there July 5th in the morning. And so we had gotten up to go. We rode our bikes down to the beach, and we were, going to mess around on the beach and have fun. And we were walking across the beach, and there was a body lying in the beach, somebody lying in the beach. And we were like, what's this all about? So we walk up to the body, and it was somebody had drowned and washed up on the beach. They had fallen, as it turned out, they had fallen off a pier and hit their head and drowned, and then they washed up on the beach. And we were the first two to walk up, and luckily there was an adult that walked up probably like 45 seconds after we did. So we were just kind of standing there being like, whoa. Ew. And the adult came and rolled the body over, and it was all like, white, like
That's
a fish
burned into your head for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then we didn't know the person, and we didn't have to deal with it, because the adult was there and then called 911 and all that kind of stuff. So we just wandered off to continue our day. But there's been many strange, that's what I define as strange, like those kind of beyond the norm experiences that I've had in my life,
That is really interesting.
Vacationing in South Africa and, helping give first aid to somebody that was stabbed in a mugging, and but I think that's I started my career as a journalist, and all of these things I find very they make interesting stories, and that's the type of thing I like to write about, the kind of outside the norm.
Dude, that's got to scare you for the rest of your life, that thing right there.
I never had nightmares about it. It was, for whatever reason, it wasn't scarring to me, and it's not like I'm like, oh, dead body's no big deal. I'm not crazy about like injury in the sight of blood and stuff like that. I generally rise to the occasion, but I would, in no way would I want to be a doctor or anything like that. But for whatever reason, it didn't, my friend Hayden, as far as I know, he never really, for some reason, it wasn't traumatizing to us.
Very interesting.
But it had been in the middle of the night, maybe, but we were on a beach. It was sunny. It was a nice day. I don't know. Maybe, who knows?
Well, there you go. There you go. Guys, where else are you going to hear about dead bodies besides Go Live with Lindsey? Really,
exactly.
Really.
Come on, Go Live with Lindsey and hear about dead bodies.
There you go. I mean, it's the hottest show out there. So my next question is, before I let you go, by the way, Seth is an amazing marketer for fitness pros. You guys need to go check him out. Seth, give us your Instagram handle real quick.
Sure. It's Seth M. Donlin. And for making money in my fitness business, let's say. This week, M is for making money.
Are you making money
Seth
this
M.
week?
Donlin. I'm always making money. Some weeks I'm making more money than other weeks. I'd like to be making even more money, but yeah,
So let's talk about that. So right now, are you typically just hosting? Or do you host? Just specifically do one-on-one coaching right now?
Yeah, right now I do, but I'm getting ready to launch a group program.
And is that going to be? Are you launching that in January?
I would like to, but I don't have the launch on the books yet.
Okay. Why not?
But yes, I should. I mean, if not January, then definitely February. But yes, I would like it to be the end of January.
And so like that's your next thing is like, I want to fill a group coaching program, right? And then are you planning on being able, like, is the group coaching, you'll be able to upsell to the private coaching from there as well?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that, I'm
putting them on the spot today.
I'm never going to say no to somebody that wants to pay me significantly more money for one-on-one coaching. But even as I'm coaching people one-on-one, like people that haven't maybe done a group coaching program, might find this very strange. And there may be some other coaches that are like, oh no, I can give way better value if I'm doing coaching, one-on-one. But in a way, I disagree. I think there's so much value in the community of a group coaching program.
Agreed.
As long as it's not like, there's 500 people in this group coaching program and it's like, you went to college and you were in that huge lecture hall and you didn't really feel like you were engaged in the class. But I mean, if you're in a group coaching program and there's like 10 people or 20 people or even 30 people or something like that, you're almost getting a free mastermind out of it. If you've got other decent people, not decent, but you know what I mean? If you've got other experience and creative people in that program with you, they're going to be giving you great idea. The thing that you're weak in, maybe they're strong in, and vice versa. And you're helping each other out. And there's a sense of community. There's a sense of like, hey, I'm not the only one struggling with this. There's a lot that you get from that group. And, the questions that you're maybe lacking the confidence to ask, somebody else asks, and you get that response from the coach and stuff. So in a lot of ways, I think that, I feel like coaching can be done better in a group setting.
Situation. Agreed.
For not necessarily all people, but for many people. Maybe once you've been coaching
I prefer
times
as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I know, I know a lot of the one-on-one people that I work with. A lot of times I wish that they were like, I try to get them into like, like, I don't want to run. I'm not charging you to put together a mastermind, but like, let me try to hook you up with some other people so that you can help each other.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I know you're in the Content That Converts.me program. How's your YouTube? How are you feeling about YouTube these days? Your YouTube strategy?
I am feeling like I have everything that I need to put together a good YouTube strategy, and I just haven't done it.
That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was thinking. So that's why I called you out on this.
Well, I mean, rightly so. You should. I mean, I can tell you my sob story, and it's a good one, about why I've had less time than I expected when I joined CME. But it's like, hey, if you're looking for the time when it's like, oh, once I get past this hurdle, then it's going to be smooth sailing from then on. It never is.
Never
You get over the one hurdle and then there's just another hurdle, right? So it's either you get it. I mean, I wouldn't say this necessarily, like firmly and sternly to somebody I was coaching, but the reality is, I mean, it's like, look, you either get it done or you don't get it done, and excuses while those things are going on for you and happening for you, and you've got to be gentle with yourself at the same time, you've also got to get the work done.
Yeah, this is where I'm at. This is why I asked that, and because I haven't seen you on YouTube and you haven't mentioned it in class, and so why I had to pick on you is like,
no, totally.
Immediately what comes to me is I know there are fitness professionals literally typing how to market myself, and if they saw you and how you come across and your knowledge and your ability to help them, like there's people searching that so much on YouTube, and I want you to join them there. That's all.
Yeah,
like, I know they're there.
Just like has been the case for the last probably 25 days, I'm planning later today I'm probably going to do some reels later today rather than an actual YouTube. But like, I have filming planned, and it's really more a lack of, I need to get a better organization throughout my day. I've got a lot of personal and family things that keep interjecting, and I've got to figure out a way to like get more done early in the day before other stuff starts blowing up that I have no control over, and I'm just, that's one of the things that I'm struggling with right now. But I'll work it out.
I want to see you on YouTube.
We always
I want to see you on YouTube. I really do.
Okay.
Because again, like your Instagram kills. Your Instagram feels so professional. You obviously know what you're doing. Like, please, they're searching for you. Like, you could tell, I mean, true. You could just sit down, turn on a camera. I bet for 7 minutes, you could talk about random topic, fitness industry marketing.
Oh, no doubt. So here's the thing. Here's my promise to you, Lindsey, and to the Go Live with Lindsey audience. Next week, we will be talking about my fantastic first YouTube video or videos.
Please,
that is my promise to the audience.
We don't like liars here on Go Live.
That's right.
We just don't.
I'm putting down a marker, so I can't not do it by next week, because then I'll have been shown to be all talk and no action.
And you don't want that. We don't want that for you.
I've just put down a marker.
Okay. All right, Seth. Next week I'll see you here.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, bro. That was fun. I love picking on people. In fact, let's pick on Elizabeth. Elizabeth, what's up?
How are you?
How's your YouTube channel going these days?
It's going very well. I'm going through little by little and updating my thumbnails. Yes. So that even if I had filmed my YouTube on a long format instead of the wide format, I'm still updating the thumbnails so that YouTube likes them better and they just look more professional. But I have a couple that have gotten like 400 views. Girl. And so I'm like, whoa, what happened here? So that's been pretty exciting. I have a review.
Gosh. I'm pulling you up right now. Can I go see some of these awesome thumbnails right now?
Sure.
What's the URL? Do you have a fancy URL like I teach?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
This would be the perfect opportunity for you to say homeschool.tube.
Oh, okay.
Or even Elizabeth.tube. But I'm searching. Okay.
So it's Homeschool Christian Mom Elizabeth Estel. I think you're one of my subscribers. So if you go to your YouTube.
There you are. There she is. I'm going to share my screen. Let's all go and admire Elizabeth's.
Oh, yes, really.
Elizabeth's.
I did a review of 7th grade literature curriculum, and that has gotten a lot of reviews. And then a Footsteps with Fours that's gotten a lot of views.
Girl, yes. These are looking hot.
They're starting to look a lot better, yes.
Reviews of language, yes. Review of so people are loving the reviews for you, it looks like.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like that. And then I'm trying to also scheduling helps, like if people have little children and older children, how do you manage your scheduling? Or how do you fit in errands and emergencies? And so you can actually have a plan for emergency days so that you don't lose the whole day, kind of thing.
So my question is, because you don't have young kids at home anymore, how do you stay, like for me, I'm always in digital marketing, so I'm always inspired about something. How do you remember what the problems were since the kids are all grown up?
So I'm very active on a lot of Facebook homeschool pages and groups. And so I'm always trending with what they're talking about.
And
So,
even though you're not doing it for yourself, for your kids right now, like you're incredibly passionate about the whole homeschool situation. Yes.
absolutely. And I feel like unless you can have your kids in private school, I really feel like the public schools are failing kids right now, even with the pandemic, how they're handling it, how they're handling different subjects, and like math, they're so falling so far behind on helping our kids with math and critical thinking skills, that homeschooling is becoming more of an option for people at this point, because they're concerned about their kids big time.
Have you considered doing a YouTube video on like how public schools are failing our children in math?
Oh, no, but I will write that down. I took your suggestion from last time about why people are homeschooling now, the different reasons people are homeschooling. And then I also did one on why I think you should be homeschooling this year and homeschooling high school. I did those.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see. I mean, you're obviously extremely opinionated about the situation with public schools. Like, certainly put those on YouTube. Offer homeschool as a really great option, and that it's, it's not that hard to get started. Like, it can be intimidating to homeschool, but it is a good option if you feel this way about the public school situation.
Right. And because there are so many good curriculums that are online or have a video school, it's not like you as a mom have to learn physics again or trigonometry.
Get a little more edgy, girl. Like, you come
Okay.
on here and you're just slamming it down. So put it out there. Put it out there.
Well, before I go, I just want to say
Yes.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I
Same
really
to
like
you.
that you're doing some more reels. That's been fun to see again.
Thank you.
I don't know if Bonnie is on here, but I thought it was good what you said to Bonnie. We need to see more Bonnie.
We need more Bonnie.
Yeah.
We need more Bonnie. She is on here, Bonnie. You heard that, right?
She
waved.
And anyone who is not in content that converts, you need to sign up for next time. I'm telling you, it is so good. I've learned so much from you and from the other.
And Elizabeth, that's saying a lot, since I think you've taken every course of mine from the dawn of the beginning of time. So
I love Lindsey. I
love you too. Okay. You're the best. Merry Christmas to you, my friend, as well.
Okay. Take care.
How awesome is she? So we were talking about Bonnie's on here. I'm going to pick on her just a little bit because she's not unlike everybody. And I even find myself falling into this on my Instagram. When you go to your own Instagram account, you got to ask yourself, is this interesting to me? Would I hang out here? If the answer is, well, maybe not, you got to do some more what I call business personal content. Okay. You don't have to share your guts out there. You don't have to share your divorce or anything that's going on for you, but give people something to remember you by. This is best summed up in a story that I was talking to a one-on-one client of mine, and they were like, yeah, Lindsey, you're absolutely right. I was looking for a coach to help me with some finance stuff. And on my Instagram, I had two options. I know I followed this lady that did this one advice, but you know who I went to? The one that stuck out to me was the one who was a veteran. And as a fellow veteran, I just always remembered their content, that they could help me with this finance situation. If we're only just talking about finance, yawn, okay? People know, thank you very much. You can help me with finance, but you're not memorable. Where we make a connection with our audience are through these little details about what we do in our spare time, what our lifestyle is, how many kids we have, or whatever the case may be. We need to share just a little bit about ourselves. Like how many times, like you can just connecting with people, right? Connecting with people around these little personal details. That's how you get people to remember you on social media. And that is also how you stand out. Okay, Josh. Josh always has good news. Let's talk to Josh. What's
Hey,
up,
Lindsey.
Josh? Hey, I haven't
You know
talked to
what?
you for a while. You must have
It's been a minute.
buried in clients, it sounds like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Things have slowed down a little bit now with the last SAT of the year being the first Saturday in December. So I can actually take a little bit of a breath. I'm within a 5750 of my revenue goal for the year. So that's really exciting.
Are you going to make it? 50,
Yes.
like $5,000? You're going to make another $5,000 this month? Yeah.
Yep.
So Josh, tell everybody who you help, because I think this is one of your first times
Absolutely.
on the show.
So I help teens and 20-somethings transform their lives by dramatically improving their SAT scores and other standardized tests so they can get into the colleges and grad schools of their dreams with more joy and less stress.
Dang! Amazing. So give us a quick preview. When we look at Josh from January of 2021 and Josh that will be January of 2022, like how big has this change been for you?
Josh in January of 2020 had never had a 20K month in revenue, had just finished a year with 3 months of virtually no revenue, had started my first Zoom class in May of 2020, had limped my way to about 80,000 in revenue for the year, had no email list, had no marketing at all, and really pretty much relied on word of mouth. Did occasionally some things on Facebook on my personal page, but not much. In January of 2021, I hired my first person. I hired an executive assistant who's been a godsend. I became more intentional about what I put out there in social media. I set a ridiculous goal of 250,000 in revenue for the year, even though I'd never had more than 123. And I took it seriously. I stopped playing small and I really committed to what I wanted to build. And I set the goal of 250K in 2022 in revenue, 500 in 2021, 500 in 2022, and 7 figures in 2023. That's what I'm building toward. I have an email list. I still don't use it as much as I should. There's, I think, around 600 on it. I have my first lead magnet created.
Whoa!
That is being built out as we speak. I did a program that is basically works with you to create your funnels, your tech, your build out. So I'm creating sort of a more automated version of the SAT program where instead of a 4-hour live class on Sunday mornings, it'll be you can watch sort of the pieces of each week on your own time, on your own schedule. There's going to be a 1-hour group coaching call for any questions that I didn't go over in the videos. So it tries to strike the balance between the do it on your own time, don't have to be there at the same time, but still giving that high touch. So I think one of the things that differentiates me is that I really understand how my kids think and learn, and it really can help them figure out not just what they got wrong and how to get it right, but why they got it wrong and what they need to do differently to get it right.
I love it. Okay. Your parting piece of advice. I mean, what a transformation, Josh. Huge congratulations. One piece of advice for anybody who is where you were when you described your before.
My biggest piece of advice is just be honest about your dreams and actually dream what you really want. Don't compromise with yourself. Don't compromise with your future. Don't focus on what's realistic. People that fail don't fail because the goal's too big. They fail because the goal's too small. A goal that's too small doesn't have the ability to shake you out of your comfort zone. But if you really own it, if you really want it, even if you think it's impossible, then that creates this sort of cognitive dissonance that makes you grow into the person that can achieve it. So once you decide what you want, once you decide with crystal clarity on your why, it makes it so that you have to grow in order to achieve it. The how takes care of itself if the why is true and deep and so important and so real you can taste it.
I love it. Josh, thanks for joining us today. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for the uplifting message, man. Congratulations.
Can I ask you a quick question, though?
Yes. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. What did you want to hop on for?
My question is, with where I am right now, just with the volume of work with my clients, both one-on-one and group, and sort of building out the different content and figuring out the things I want to launch in the coming year, what I'm realizing is the thing I just don't have enough time for is consistently putting the content out on social media, figuring out Instagram, YouTube, etc. What I'd love to be able to do is to hire somebody who could say, record a video doing this. I'll put it where it needs to go. I'll put it out there. I'll run the Facebook ads. I'll create the content with you. And that I can hire somebody to sort of fulfill that role, almost like a chief marketing officer / social media director. How would I go about finding a good quality person or agency to do that for and with me?
I don't know that I have a good, because it's really hard to find good marketing agencies. I think for you, however, how you went about finding your VA or your administrative assistant, like, because this is my take. If you hire a marketing company, your marketing is going to be like, when we are online, my personal belief is, as an online coach, you're selling the Josh, you're selling Josh's thing. And so you need to have a big part in that. Does that mean you have to do everything? No, but I love what you said about, I will record a video and they can take it and spread it across all the other social media things, but it's got to start with you and your content. So I would start looking for that one person that can be really close to you, understand your business, understand your messaging, and understand what you're trying to do. When you get into these bigger marketing agencies, it feels very unpersonal. And I don't want that. I don't think that's as effective in the online coaching business. So start looking, start asking around. Guys, if you know of anybody that would fit that bill, talk to Josh. I think even an intern. I mean, you
I wish I could hire you guys to do it.
Yeah, you can, or you can hire us to do it. We'll totally sit by you and do it. So I'll reach out.
Will do.
All right. See you, Josh. That was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna speed through here because I want to talk to everybody. I was gonna say something though. Back to what Josh was saying. This is something that I teach in the CTCME course, and it came up again today from somebody in the course, and it's something I want to repeat here, which is this: you gotta take yourself seriously. If you're not taking yourself as an online coach seriously, if you're not taking your business seriously, and you're like, I'll take me seriously when I have an audience, or I'll take myself seriously when I fill my first cohort, or I'll take myself seriously when I make, $50,000 a month. No, it doesn't work that way. We take ourselves seriously, and our clients and audience reflect that back to us. It is true. It is true. It is true. Hey, Sharon, what's up? Those negative voices, you can talk to that negative voice. It is a story in your head that we have learned from endless behavioral patterns and our brain just trying to protect us. I know for me, personally, I had an extremely negative voice. I would have even considered myself a negative person for a lot of my life, even. And meditation and understanding that is just like this little talking thing. I don't have to listen to it. It's there to protect me. Thank you very much. For me, I was able to capture the power of controlling that voice and understanding that I don't really need to listen to it all the time. Thank you for protecting me through the power of meditation, for anyone that is helped that way. Dr. V, are you with us? Okay, I'm going to bring Bonnie on. Dr. V, I got to see your face in order to bring you on. Bonnie. Hey, girl.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey.
I'm glad we're still speaking.
I just was curled up in the corner crying. No, I'm just joking. A little bit not joking.
What did you, do you want to talk about that? What do you think? What do you think about what we talked about? Basically, Bonnie came to class, was like, what's up with my Instagram? I was like, we need more Bonnie. We need more personal content. I feel very marketed to when I go to her Instagram account.
And here's the thing, I've grown in followers since I started with you in the CTCME program. That's not the problem. That I've grown. It's that I'm growing with my own people, my colleagues who are following, and what is she doing? I think, versus the majority being people who I would like to be my target audience, And
I would combat that and say, because those other dietitians and nutritionists they want to see, they understand, and they connect with your message, because that's where they are too. You're trying to connect with the everyday woman who is struggling with freaking diet culture and getting their weight under control and understanding all of this. You need to connect with them. You need to connect with people like me, regular old people that still kind of peek at the scale every once in a while, Bonnie. Don't be mad at me, but I do.
No, God forbid. There's nothing wrong with the scale. And when you said I can't say the word diet, no, you can. Diet really is just an eating pattern, a way of eating. It's just that diet culture hijacked the word and twisted it all up. There's nothing wrong with it to say the word diet. It's what's the meaning and the intention behind that word. And the same with the scale. I don't say never get on a scale again. No, it's like at some point, yeah, totally get on the scale. But what does the number mean to you? Can you be neutral about it, that kind of thing. But so you're saying basically if I get more Bonnie into my feed, then somehow it shows up in other people.
Yeah, you're still going to be using hashtags and stuff like that, but there needs to be more human interest there. Like I can relate with like people. This is what you want, at least I feel like, and I would love to hear you guys in the comments, is when I see Bonnie's content as just a regular woman, not a nutritionist, and certainly, have been in the diet culture and been on many diets in my life, and certainly can understand why the scale would hold me hostage, that I had to put it away in the closet, that it's almost like I want to connect with somebody who talks to me like that. Like I get why you're scared of the scale, or why a scale could ruin your entire day. I almost feel like sometimes you can talk like you're past that, and you may be, but give me something to relate to with where I am right now, which is like, yeah, I'm still there.
So how does that show up in the layperson's feed versus?
Because you're still going to put those hashtags about diet culture and stuff like that. I'm saying your messaging should be less than talking to them that I've resolved this and I know, and I'm already past that too. I get it. I totally get it. Like just connect with me as a regular woman and not a nutritionist.
You know what I struggle with? Lack of creativity in terms of taking pictures, what kind of selfies, like that stuff. I'm very not creative in that regard. Like, so for example, I'm going to be running an ad in January, the Break the Spell of Diets in 3 days. And Emily was saying for my Facebook ad, like do an organic, I think she said organic picture of yourself or whatever. Let's try that against a text graphic. And I'm like, okay, but what do I take a picture of myself doing? Like, it's odd for me to do that,
Okay. And part of CTCME in some of the upcoming modules, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit more on how to do this, but here's an idea. Here's just one idea. Okay. Sharon just said, LOL, that's where my scale has been for months. So this would be a cute picture, is like you taking a scale and putting it in a closet. Okay. And like, so when it comes up on the feed, it's like, why is she putting her scale in the closet? Be
I see.
You know what I mean? So you want, when you think of the message, be like, what picture can portray that message?
Yeah. That's what I need help with. That is because my brain, like, okay, so registered dietitians, we're very analytical. We're very, it's scientific, and I don't have that creative part of me. So it's like I'm trying really hard. So I got to try harder, basically.
And I will be giving you some tips in CTCME, but and even if you want to up level that picture even more, if you could set up a tripod with a timer on your cell phone, and you taking the scale and opening the closet door, like that's because it has you in it. Okay. And then it's like,
yeah, that's getting techie. You're talking about a tripod and a timer.
Do you have a tripod? You bought a tripod, right?
I'm sure I have a tripod. My husband has one. Or I'm sure he could take the video of me doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I've been down that. Hold on one sec. I've been down that road where, hey, honey, take this picture, and this is kind of how it goes. It's like my husband takes crappy pictures, and the last thing I want to do is sit there and make Ian take 10 pictures of me. So you got to get a tripod. Okay. This is going to help you take those selfies. It's going to help you with everything. This thing is like $30 on Amazon. It is everything. Your phone snaps in here. These go up and down. It's big and small. Please, Bonnie, please.
I have one somewhere. I got to find it.
And then when you you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Then just Google how to set a timer on an iPhone. So you set it up and it will count down, and then you go get in position. 3, 2, 1, done. You hate it? Great. You can spend the whole afternoon doing. I don't know about you, but like it was, Ian would take really crappy pictures of me, and I didn't have the heart to be like, dude, that picture sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fine. But after class, I was like, it just made me think about, like, I'm like all work, all work, all work. Like I need a life. Made me a little sad. It wasn't.
I was there.
I understand that's where I'm at right now, but yeah, I guess I need more life. But I'm trying so hard to earn a living and raise my family, and it's not summertime, so it's not vacation time. But I know it's not healthy. So.
And I like, this is exactly why I'm hosting that webinar next week. Okay. I just learned how to break free of that when I turned 40. And so I will be, everyone needs to go sign up for that. Bonnie, you and I are the exact same thing. I put off things I wanted to do. I was the exact same way. There's no shame in it at all.
Yeah.
Like we have all been there. So don't feel bad and just like come to that webinar because again, you are me. You are me in every way.
I'm you a few years older.
So don't feel bad. I mean, you guys can all resonate with that. I'm sure especially as moms, like our whole life could be consumed with children.
Yeah. All right. I'm doing the video of the closet, the scale in the closet later.
I can't wait. Can't wait. Bonnie, you're the best. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. And don't overthink it. Yes, and making time. You guys have the best comments. Okay, I'm gonna bring Tatiana on and then Kathy. Tatiana, you good? Okay. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks for having me, Lindsay, and squeezing me in here. Thank you.
I'm just real glad you're here. What's going on today?
Today.
Oh, well, in general. What's going on in general?
Went to the coffee shop. It was great. Like coffee shop vibe. I'm so like typical laptop vibes at the coffee shop.
Especially at Christmas. And we're just like, like if they're playing a little Christmas music in the background. Yeah. Legit.
So as you know, but everyone else doesn't know, the Make It Happen Squad membership for women entrepreneurs is launching in January. So I have a small group right now of founders, and I have like a good kind of system going down in my head. I think I'm overthinking between like, what is my monthly content going to look like for the rest of the year? And how do I make it different between like the extra information I give in a group coaching program?
Okay.
That's my question.
That is a very, very good question. So, can you give me some example? Well, so the membership is more like, can you explain the difference between the two programs?
Yeah. So membership, there's a couple group coaching calls and about monthly content. So, like pre-recorded videos that are on there. So the group coaching is usually just group coaching or like a live Q&A, and quarterly biz planning sessions where we look at the next 3 months. That's what happens in there. So right now I have like the intro to goal setting, like how to create goals, different templates in there for the year, monthly, weekly, daily, and how to like schedule your life. I've talked about happiness, motivation, confidence, I think some common tools to use, I think I had in there. So, and I have like a couple ideas for like the next 3 months. And then the group coaching program, it delves deeper into, I guess, while I'm creating the content, I'm like, how do I mention some of this stuff, but don't mention everything that's in the group coaching program? The group coaching program is 2 months with 4 modules, 4 live trainings. I think I'm going to do it live a couple more times before having it just be pre-recorded. And that has like every other, like 4 group coaching calls, 4 live modules right now about goal setting, how do you manage your time, planning ahead, and like initially like the whole vision board, dream, and looking ahead type of thing.
Okay. So obviously the beautiful part about an online coaching business, it is so creative and it's whatever you want it to be. But here's my personal take on the difference between memberships and coaching programs. The way I run my membership is there's modules out there in the launch circle, which everyone should go sign up for. So it's like, if you want launching, there's a one on launching. If you want some mindset, there's some mindset. If you want email marketing, there's email marketing. But there isn't like this through thread of, hey, we are all like here's step 1 and here's step 2. And we are all, especially in a group coaching program, and we are
Mhm.
all going through this together. People will pay for, number 1, to it be live. Number 2, for it to be spoon fed to them in an order, in a logical order. What are we doing this week? What are we doing next week? What are we doing the third week? People will absolutely pay for that in a group coaching, and even in a one-on-one coaching kind of situation. Is that kind of like step by step, let me hold your hand and get you through the situation. When are you launching your next group coaching program?
I have it slated for February, end of February. I'm not sure like what things are going to look like in the personal life. I have it like tentatively for February, but it may get pushed back.
And are you hoping, so you're hoping to fill it up, the Make It Happen squad, with even more members in January, and then are you going to upsell those individuals into the group coaching program? Yeah, you're not going to have a problem doing that, because here's the other thing. Let me whisper this to you guys about memberships. People come for the content. Okay, do they watch it? Are they self motivated enough to go through every single module? Like, you're a goal setter. I'm pretty sure you know the answer is no. So in memberships, people come for the content, they stay for the community and the motivation and the connection and those kind of things. Like, I learned that from Stu McLaren. I have seen that be exactly that way as I've built my own membership site. So you're going to be fine. Don't overthink it. And don't overthink planning out a bazillion modules either. Like, your group coaching or your membership could change. You're going to find, especially if you're hosting group coaching, you're going to find other topics that you're going to want to put in that membership anyway. So maybe only planning 3 or 4 months out, because then you're just going to find other stuff that you want to put in there. Like, if I were to know what I was talking about a year from now, like, I would not be like, I would never imagine I'd be talking about what I'm talking about now a year ago, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. That's cool. I think I'm always trying to think sequential in the membership, and it's not like that. Like like you said, the group program makes sense to go step by step. And I do really like how you laid it out in TLC, because that's right. It's like, okay, what do I need today? I'm like, oh, let me learn more about webinars, and I'll go in there. So I think I have to use
like
that
a
with my own.
membership, the way that I view it is like, people are coming in at all those different levels,
Yeah.
And so, like, pick up, like, get the info that you need to get. But like, group coaching is like, we have an end freaking goal in mind, and that is to plan out our business and slay our goals, together.
Got it.
Will you get on a mastermind call so I can help you plan your launch? I really want to. My mouth is watering.
I know.
Please.
Wow. Yes, I have that written down.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to look at that again. Yes.
Okay. I really want to help you plan it. So hop on a call. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Lindsay.
Nice to see you. Bye, girl. Okay, she's so much fun. Sharon, yes, true. I've dated her long after the content served me when the community was great. It's true. Okay, Dr. V, I'll bring you on then. Kathy, Dr. V, are you finally here? Dr. V, you disappeared.
I didn't mean to skip
you. I didn't mean to skip you, but
no.
to.
This is an atmosphere of complete chaos over the last 10 days or so. I haven't shaved since Monday of last week. I'm starting to look like Seth.
Yeah, look, Dr. V. It just is so he's got like the beard going on. It's like there are spots November.
But there's spots of red in here too, which is interesting. So now I look more like my stepson, who's a redhead.
Oh, well, there you go. You guys are blood relatives then.
I actually do think that probably about 700 or 800 years ago, there was a branch in Saxony, Germany, and his line went one way from his father, and our line went a different way. So,
well, there you go. Well, how's coaching and content going for you?
Coaching and content. Well, content is interesting. The coaching part has been sort of put on hold because we have my wife's Mexican cookbook that is being published next week, Wednesday, and I have to give a big thank you to all of those people who are friends of mine through content-that-converts.me, as well as the Launch Circle, who have actually purchased the book in pre-order. Which
that's awesome!
I mean, it's just so funny. I said, hey, Maggie, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. So so that it's interesting to see that kind of support from the community that is outside of the
So
whole
cool.
coaching.
You guys are
and
the
type of thing.
best. You guys are
So
the best, and you're getting compliments that you're a handsome gentleman.
yeah,
So there you
well,
go.
thank you. This is I'm feeling like, this is I'm going to call myself Scruff Daddy.
Jamie wants to know what book. Dr. V, I'll let you handle
it's called
this.
Mexicocina. It's on my personal profile. I put a post in there of how proud I was of my wife Maggie for producing this book. It's actually the first of several, but this is the big intro into the publishing world. I mean, she's done teeny ebooks before, Kindle type things way back in the past, but this is focused, authentic, traditional Mexican cuisine from all over Mexico, but primarily Durango, Mexico, which is where her family is from. They're like in the northern part of Mexico where they have snow and apple orchards. People don't think of Mexico as a place for apples, but some of the best apples are actually grown in Mexico. Go figure.
Were you into like before you met Maggie? Like, what was your Mexican palate like?
My Mexican palate was so horrible. It's pretty funny. I mean, not a Taco Bell thing, because I would never touch.
Of course not.
No quiero Taco Bell. No.
Does your wife make a Doritos Locos taco? Come on.
No, she does do some things. There's a recipe on her blog, which is called inmamamaggieskitchen.com, because somebody took the name Mama Maggie's Kitchen a long time ago, but I retrieved it for her. Now we just use it as a redirect. So somebody types in mamamaggieskitchen.com, it goes to the blog, but you never want to change the blog.
Right.
Because it'll just destroy all the SEO and goodwill. But she does have something on the blog called Tosti Locos. And that is a combination of all kinds of crazy stuff together that does use was it Tostitos? Yeah. But not Doritos.
I'm sorry. I need Cool Ranch Doritos.
We could do that, but she would consider it to be, way too bland, kind of white person food. And so she would take those Doritos and she would probably throw some jalapenos and some chili árbol and a whole bunch of other stuff on there.
So do you eat do you eat Mexican food every night?
No.
Then?
No, okay. But most nights and most days.
You are very lucky. Well,
yes and no, because I've had to get a bigger belt size. And so I have to be really, really careful. See, my intuitive eating, Bonnie, if you're out there, is way off. So I have to use rational.
I intuitively want to eat all of that.
Intuitively, I want to eat all of it. But the good thing about it is that I found myself slightly intolerant to nightshades, which includes peppers. So I can't overdo the spicy stuff anymore. So I will have like crema mexicana, which is like Mexican sour cream. I'll put on things like that to kind of soothe and smooth over the picante.
I am starving. It is lunchtime. So what else you got? Because I gotta go eat.
Lunchtime. It's time for me to launch, though.
Yes. Are you going to launch in January?
It's either January or the first week in February, because and here's the thing. I've got more than one thing going on. That's been my problem.
I know.
The marketing side of me and the personal development coaching side of me, they do intersect a lot. Actually.
Yes.
Because I've had a couple of doctor clients who really do. They want me to provide them with, through the agency, social media services. So they want, do my social posting, do this, do that for me. One of my friends who's out in Palm Desert, which is near Palm Springs, he wanted me to come out and do videos, like Josh was talking about earlier. He wants to do these social videos. What did Bonnie say?
Bonnie says, Dr. V, we have to talk, young man.
We have to talk, young man.
Yeah.
Call me Scruff Daddy. So anyway, but he wanted me to come out and do videos for him, because I keep encouraging him to go live and do this and do that. But man, he, amongst several doctors, is so these people are reluctant to do anything. Yeah. And so this is why we've had this conversation before. I'm just thinking of switching my niche into more of the more like the corporate slaves who are cubicle dwellers who want to do something different, because I find it's easier to resonate with them sometimes than it is my own colleagues.
Dr. V, it's time to launch. Let's launch in January. Let's see what happens. Get on a mastermind. Let's plan it out. Let's do it.
We will make this happen.
Okay,
I do say one thing.
That was not encouraging at all.
I haven't done anything on YouTube other than YouTube Shorts.
Yes, but you've been doing TikToks. Let's just put something out there.
YouTube streaming. I do a lot of streaming on YouTube. Yeah. But I feel like I should be screaming rather than streaming in that case. We got to put that. We still have to put one of those streams. We have to send it to a little farm in upstate New York where it'll be much happier. But as I told you before, my friend with whom I do these things on Fridays is going through a tough time, and I just feel like I am sort of like the little rope or the line that keeps her going week to week. So
you are awesome, Dr. V. Dr. V,
anyway,
have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Mexicocina, you can get, by the way, this is my pitch, not for me, but for my wife.
Pitch it up.
Mexicocina, you'll find it on the blog in mamamaggieskitchen.com or on my personal profile. And it's now in pre-order, which means that you get no shipping fee and no sales tax. But come April, yeah, right. Come Wednesday of next week, it's officially published and sent to people. And
cool.
The free tax-free shipping goes bye-bye.
So cool. Thanks,
Bye
Doc.
Bye
now. Bye now. Kathy, I'm going to get to you. Absolutely. I'm so glad you're here. Jamie, can I come live with you next time? Yes, Jamie. What a pleasure that would be. Anybody out there can go live with Lindsey. Jamie, this is a personal invite to you, though. Okay? A personal invite. Kathy? Hey,
good morning. Good afternoon.
How are you today? You seem light and airy today. Now I saw you in the green room doing some chakra stuff. What were you doing there?
I don't think so.
I
was typing. Yeah, I was typing.
Oh, you were typing. That's the same movement you do when you do your work.
My boys say it looks like I'm going after mosquitoes.
Oh, yes.
I do this move a lot.
What does that do? What does that do for us?
That's breaking up. That's when you go after breaking up thoughts. You have to really just get the energy really laser focused and just get in there and break it up.
I love it. I love it. How was the show last weekend?
Oh my gosh, I did some amazing readings. So it was fun. I kind of like came out a little bit. People were coming to my booth and I was like, I am the chakra coach and I'm doing complimentary chakra readings today. And then I had one person lean in and she said, you're against my religion.
What did you say? What do you say to that?
I was so shocked. I was literally deer in a headlight when she said it, because most people that probably feel that way, they just like look at me like, like I am like some dark energy or something, and they bounce off of me. She actually leaned in and she was really nice and calm about it, but I didn't know what to say at the time.
Do you feel
Took
like
me off guard.
Yeah, do you feel like what you do is in direct competition with any kind of religion?
No.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
But the thing that religion, man interpretation has, preached against that is just fear-based.
Makes sense. So what's coming up for you now? Are you hosting anything until January, or what are you doing? What are you doing in December?
January, I am gonna do my 21-day gratitude challenge. It's a 3-week course. I do 3 meditations and we break it up. The first week is gratitude for your health. The second week is gratitude for relationships. And the third week is gratitude for your finances.
I love it.
We don't have the date on the calendar yet, but I need to get that out there and start promoting that one.
How do you get all of your one-on-one? What's your favorite, most successful way of getting one-on-one clients? Is it word of mouth, or what is it?
I market to some corporate clients. And then I am getting more clients through networking, which is like new for me. I am learning from you, and I took another small little course on content that converts, and I actually have converted just a couple of clients recently off of social media. So that's new for me.
Awesome. Very nice. All right. Anything else? Give us your Instagram handle, my friend. I'm so glad you came on today.
It's close to yours. It's the.kathy.gasper. Because I had rebranded, so I followed what you talked about. We need to go to our names, so if we rebrand, we don't lose our audience or confuse them.
How do you feel about that? Was that a hard decision? Because you were at the Chakra Coach.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, it was Chakra Coaching because they didn't have the Chakra Coach. So it didn't quite match up, which was confusing. and it was hard to go to my name. And when I decided to do it, like my name was taken. I told you by like 12-year-olds.
Yes.
They got in there and grabbed my name before me. So, but I do like it because it makes sense. If I do anything different, I'm always going to be now the Kathy.Gasper.
And you're okay with it now?
Yes, I'm okay with it now.
She's whiny about it though. She's a little whiny about it. Just a little.
Well, I did have a question though for you.
Yes.
About, because in your course we've talked about marketing on YouTube, and you talk about purchasing a YouTube URL.
Yes. Well,
a
vanity URL. It's because like, so if you're on so first of all, Kathy, you need to be on YouTube. Like getting a spiritual audience on YouTube, really, people are searching for it. Okay. Please do this. Okay. So that's number one. What I teach in Content That Converts is, so you're on Instagram and like, let's say you just released a new video. You don't want to be like, go find me on YouTube, because like no one's going to remember. It's hard to you can't put a link on Instagram because like Instagram doesn't allow links. So it's going to be a lot easier to say, go to Kathy.tube. And so it's a redirect. So let's say you buy Kathy.tube from GoDaddy, it's going to be like $10, and then just call GoDaddy and they'll help you redirect it to your YouTube channel. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's a marketing thing. Do that so you can announce it next week.
Yeah, I'm going to blow YouTube up.
You really are. Actually, you would be amazing on YouTube. Please do it. Please do.
Okay, right. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, that was fun. Thanks for coming on Live with Lindsey. Final comments. Please join me next Tuesday for Align and Attract.live. If you're watching this, you don't need to buy a ticket. Just reach out. I have a couple of free tickets for you. It's how to fall madly back in love with your online coaching business. I will not torture you guys by doing the behind the back making out thing, but you know what it is. You know. So if you want to feel that way towards your online business, instead of it's this thing that I always have to push towards and it's just always a stress and one day I'll enjoy it and this sucks and all this kind of stuff, and you actually want your coaching business to work around a really cool whatever you want your life to be, okay? It can. That's the beauty of an online coaching business. I invite you to join me. Please make it live. The more people there, the more we can connect, the more energy and beautifulness there is. I would just really, really love to see every single person live there next Tuesday in the Zoom room, okay? So go get signed up for that. And I guess that's about it for this week. Next week, we're going to go live one more time. We're going to go live one more time for 2021. Yep. Might be the last time. So you're going to want to be live next week right here on Live with Lindsey. I would say, I want to say there's a surprise next week, but that would be a lie. I don't even know what that would be, but I'm going to try to do something amazing since it's the last one of the year. So be here for me to either fail horribly at that promise or provide something amazing. Okay. You guys are the best. Thank you to every single person that came on today. Everybody in the comments, every single person. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Bye.